So today is Christmas Eve. So first off, hopefully you guys have a very Merry Christmas. But I want to touch on a couple things because people are now starting to just give up. They're just giving up with the whole economy. They're giving up with their health, giving up with the stock market, right? With the current administration. They're just giving up, putting their hands up like, all right, I've had enough. That's it. But what can you do when you finally hit that point where you've just had enough? Now, I got a text message from somebody just the other day, and they said that they're tired of the cold. I don't want to be here. I just want to go. I told them, I get it. If you don't want to be in the cold, got to go somewhere that's warm. Guess what they did? They went to the airport. They went to the airport to fly out of SeaTac Airport. And they wanted to go, and they wanted to just go somewhere warm. Their plan, go to Mexico. Guess what? They got stuck at the airport. They couldn't fly out. And guess what happened? They had to go through all the people at the airport, figure out, nope, they're grounded. They can't go anywhere. And then they head back home. That's what happened. Now, that's not the only person that threw up their hands and be like, I'm done. That's it. I want to read you a comment that I received late last night. Listen to this. This person says, did you hear about how here in Illinois, we are being told to conserve power? I got a notice to avoid too much power usage because of the extreme weather. And from what my neighbor says, we are now being told to park all electric cars and not drive them or charge them. But what makes this worse is that it is too cold to even charge my car anyway, so I can't. This is it. I am done with my Tesla, and as soon as I can sell it, I will. Now, I want to touch on this for a second for a couple reasons. First off, we've been told this about electric vehicles for some time, that the issue is if it's too cold, the power operators, the managers, are going to tell you to conserve energy, don't charge your vehicle. When it's too hot, remember in California, in Arizona, in parts of New Mexico, where the power grid operators were saying, you know what, let's just not charge our electric vehicles for the next week. Let's just do that because it's too hot. The grids are being overloaded. We don't want to see rolling blackouts. This is a problem. This is a major problem, and I get why some people would want to sell their electric vehicles. The other issue, though, is that the electric grids were never meant to handle this kind of strain that we're putting on them now. So my expectation is we are going to see a massive investment into infrastructure sometime soon. Because if we don't, we are going to continue to see this exact same thing. So this is going to really change what lawmakers can and can't pass, because if everybody sees the writing on the wall is our electric grid is going to go down every single year when it's too cold or too hot, what should we do? Well, we should probably fix it. But at the same time, the Biden administration is pushing people to go electric. Get an electric vehicle because that's going to be the best thing for the economy, best thing for the environment, best thing for you. But really, is it? Probably not. Now, as to selling this person's vehicle, I want to touch on this because I've gotten multiple comments and emails from people saying that they're just going to sell their Tesla. They're just going to sell their electric vehicle because, well, why not? They're still holding their value. Are they? I don't think they are. They were. They were up until about 4 to 6 months ago. Then they started to come down. Now they are dropping. And even just this morning, there's inside information that somebody over at, I believe, Tesla in Shanghai is saying that they're going to be shutting down. They're going to temporarily shut down. Not going to produce any new vehicles. Okay, interesting. That's from Tesla over there in China. Now, What you need to keep in mind is that if you are trying to sell a car, Tesla is also providing a bigger incentive, $7,500, to buy a new vehicle from their website. So just keep that in mind. That's going to bring down the value of your vehicle. Also, for a lot of people, the rates are still too high. They can't afford a new vehicle. So that's a major problem there. And honestly, if you don't have the money, you can't spend it. So we got a lot of issues here. But I get it. People are done. They've had enough. They just want to be done. Well, that's not it. I also get this. As somebody says, I'm done. I've had enough of this stock market. I listen to all those gurus on YouTube and TikTok that are making boatloads of money. For example, Graham Stephan, even though he now says he is selling all his stocks. But I just can't seem to make anything. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. Now, I saw this video that Graham Stephan put out, and he is selling stocks. He's not selling all of them, but let's touch on this. First off, and I said this time and time again, nobody has the same trading strategy. So if you're listening to what somebody else is doing, and I brought this up before, and I've said what I was buying, what I was selling. Some people asked if I can keep them updated as to when I buy, when I sell. But it just doesn't make sense because my strategy is going to be different from what your strategy is. It just is. So let me give this person some advice really quick. First off, don't listen to anybody on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or Facebook. Just because they're making money doesn't mean you can also make money. Okay? Also, as far as Graham Stephan's situation, Graham Stephan was selling stocks, one, because he was getting out positions that he was already up in. So he was taking profits, which is great. Anytime you're up in a position, you want to take profits. It's highly recommended, right? It's better to make a little bit of money than to lose anything, right? Yeah, you can make billions of dollars if you just buy and hold, but at the same time, it makes more sense for most people to just get those incremental increases, okay? Those incremental profits, okay? But in order to offset the tax liability that Graham Stephan would have had or will have, he is actually doing something called tax loss harvesting, where he is selling positions that he's down in, and he's going to take those losses to offset his profits, okay, his gains. That's what he's doing. So if you watch that video, if you just saw the video, like Graham said, I'm selling all my stocks, right? You're probably thinking, oh, we're selling everything because the stock market's just crashing, it's plummeting. It is. It's coming down. And there are some analysts that now believe the stock market could drop another 50%. 50%. That's crazy. Tesla, checked this morning, is at 122. If it drops another 50%, that puts us at $61. It was trading up over 200 not too long ago. Yeah, that's concerning for Tesla. You know, for the people that are buying Teslas as well, right? Very concerning. Now, the stock market looks appealing to a lot of people. I get it. And they think they can make a lot of money. And you potentially can. But for the majority of people, they never make money. One of the reasons why is because they are not patient. People buy stocks and expect it to just skyrocket the next day. It doesn't necessarily do that. It did over the pandemic because it was so volatile. But just keep in mind, in a normal day, that's not what we see. Right? We see slow movement. We don't see huge spikes up and down. If you do, and you can time that, great. But again, timing the market is not a great option. It's not a great strategy. So, be patient. One other thing I want to say, because when you have finally had enough of whatever it is, you're going to make changes. You will. For instance, I got a message from somebody probably about a month ago. And this person said that they've had enough. They don't want to work their job. They are tired of it. They're tired of waking up in the morning, going and listening to their boss, gripe, complain, and just argue for 8 hours a day, then go home and see that their significant other is doing the exact same thing. And I told them, I said, make a change. Whatever that change is, make a change. Well, that person ultimately decided to leave their job. They didn't want to be there. great. That's fine. They got a new job, which they absolutely love. And I told them, just had to make a change. That is it. Well, why do I bring that up? And what's the point of this video? To talk about what other people are doing? No. To talk about what you could be doing in 2023. 2022 was a tough year. Still is a tough year, right? We still got to get through this cold weather. But 2023 can be better if we let it. The problem that most people are going to have is they're going to be a little bit insecure. They don't want to make a change because they don't know if that change will be better. But if you've already hit rock bottom, then anything will be better. If you've already had enough of your job, anything will be better. If you're tired of the stock market and you just want to sell, okay, great, sell. And just be patient, plan ahead. It will be better. Things will get better in 2023. They might get worse first, but I anticipate at some point in 2023, things will get better. Inflation will come down. Maybe we see interest rates not rising anymore. Maybe they come back down. Housing should be more affordable. I don't think it's going to be the biggest deals. I just don't know. I think there's a lot of people waiting on the sideline to buy housing. But I think prices will come down, and if you act quick enough, you could potentially get a deal. So that's just what I wanted to talk about this morning. I will be on here later on today. I will also come on tomorrow, probably 2 or 3 times as well. Again, if you guys don't come on, I completely understand. You guys are busy spending time with friends, family, and loved ones. That's great. Again, if I don't see you for the next 2 days, I completely understand. But hopefully you guys have a very Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful holiday. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.